Picture this. It's a cold night, maybe 40,000 years ago. You're sitting by a fire, wrapped in animal hides. The wind is picking up. Just beyond the circle of light, two glowing eyes. A wolf. It's not growling, not running away either, just watching. Most of us assume that wolf was a threat, but here's the thing. That wolf's great grandchildren might be sleeping on your couch right now. Somehow, a wild predator became the animal that wags its tail when you walk through the door. But here's what's strange. We didn't tame them the way you think. No one captured wolf pups and raised them to be friendly. That old story? Probably wrong. So if we didn't do it, how did this actually begin? Let's go back. For a long time, scientists believed humans domesticated dogs the same way we domesticated sheep or goats. Capture young animals, raise them by hand, breed the calmest ones. Makes sense, right? Except there's a problem. Adult wolves don't act like dogs. Even if you raise a wolf pup from birth, it stays fearful, stay aggressive. You can't train that out of them. One famous study raised wolves and dogs side by side, exactly the same way. The dogs looked to humans for help. The wolves, they tried to solve problems on their own and got frustrated when they couldn't. So, if we didn't steal wolf pups and raise them, that means the old theory is probably wrong. And that leaves us with a weird possibility. Maybe we didn't choose them at all. Maybe they chose us. Here's how it might have actually happened. Humans started settling down. Not full farms yet, but staying in one place longer, leaving behind scraps, bones, rotting vegetables. And where there's garbage, there are scavengers. Wolves, mostly. Most wolves stayed far away, too scared of the fire, the smells, the strange two-legged creatures. But some wolves were different. A little less afraid, a little more curious, brave enough to sneak closer when no one was looking. Those wolves got the scraps. Extra food without the danger of hunting. So they survived longer, had more pups, and here's the key. Those pups inherited that same boldness, that same tolerance for humans. No one trained them, no one captured them. They just showed up, stayed a little longer each generation. Over thousands of years, the fearful wolves stayed in the wild. The friendlier ones stayed near us. But tolerance isn't friendship. So when did that change? This is where it gets beautiful. Scientists discovered that when you select for friendliness, other things change too. In the 1950s, a Russian geneticist named Dmitry Belyaev ran a brilliant experiment. He took foxes, wild, aggressive foxes, and bred only the calmest, least fearful ones. After just a few generations, something unexpected happened. The foxes developed floppy ears, curlier tails, spotted coats. They even started barking differently. Sound familiar? Those are dog traits. The same genes that control fear and aggression are also linked to physical appearance. So, as wolves became less afraid of us, they started looking less like wolves. Shorter snouts, smaller teeth, floppier ears. In other words, dogs became dogs not because we wanted them to, but because being friendly changed their bodies. So now we have friendly wolves hanging around our camps. They're changing physically. They're getting closer. But why did we keep them around? Imagine you're a human living 12,000 years ago. At night, any predator can walk right into your camp, unless you have wolves nearby that bark at strange noises. Dogs gave us something valuable, early warning systems while we slept. Some researchers believe dogs helped us hunt more efficiently, tracking wounded prey, flushing out birds. There's even a theory that dogs helped humans outcompete Neanderthals, not through violence, through partnership. But here's the part I love. We didn't dominate them. We used garbage, leftover bones, rotting meat, things we couldn't eat anyway. And in exchange, they gave us their loyalty. But loyalty from a wild animal, that's still not the full story. Because somewhere along the way, something else happened, something emotional. Archaeologists found a grave in Germany. It's about 14,000 years old. Inside, a human and a puppy. But here's what breaks your heart. The puppy's bones show signs of illness. It was sick for weeks before it died, and yet someone buried it with care. Carefully placed, almost gently. That's not utility, that's love. Sometime between scavenging at our trash piles and sleeping by our fires, dogs stopped being tools. We don't know exactly when that happened, but we know it happened more than once. Because the DNA tells us dogs were domesticated at least twice. Same story, different continents. Wolves came closer, humans didn't chase them away. And slowly, friendship grew. So if dogs basically domesticated themselves, then what are we still getting wrong about them today?